All right, today we are diving headfirst into the amazing aromatic world of cannabis. We're going to uncover the science that's hiding right in the scent and why it's probably one of the most important and, honestly, most overlooked parts of the whole experience.
I mean, we've all been there, right? You'd think it's all about how much THC is in it, but the real secret? It's been hiding in plain sight this whole time, or maybe in plain smell.
And the answer is terpenes. These are powerful little aromatic molecules that give cannabis all of its distinct smells. But here's the thing, they do so much more than just create flavor. Think of them as the directors of your high, steering the effects in totally different directions.
Yeah, you can almost think of terpenes as little personality profiles for different strains. Once you get to know them, you can start to understand and even predict what your experience is going to be like.
Okay, first up we've got myrcene. If you've ever felt that super deep, sedative, couch lock feeling, you can probably thank this terpene. It's got that earthy, musky smell, and it is the king of relaxation. Part of its magic is that it's thought to help other compounds, like THC, get into your brain more easily, kind of giving their effects a little boost.
Now for a complete 180, let's talk about limonene. Just like its bright citrusy scent suggests, this one is all about lifting your mood and melting away stress. It is the total opposite of myrcene. And the difference is, well, it's pretty striking. On one hand, you've got myrcene, your chill friend, perfect for getting to sleep or calming those racing thoughts. And on the other, you have limonene, the get-up-and-go terpene. Some aromatherapy studies have even shown it can seriously improve mood and might even take the edge off any THC-induced anxiety.
And it gets even more interesting. Let's throw pinene into the mix. It smells, you guessed it, just like sharp pine. This terpene is known for helping with alertness and even memory retention, so it could actually counteract some of that short-term memory fuzziness from THC. How cool is that? So knowing about all these delicate little molecules is one thing, but how do we make sure we're actually getting them? Well, it turns out it all comes down to temperature. 155 degrees Celsius. That's the boiling point for pinene. It's incredibly low, which means this terpene is super volatile. Just a little too much heat and poof, it's gone before you ever get a chance to experience what it does.
And this is where a vaporizer becomes like a precision tool. By setting it to a lower temperature, you can target and release those lighter, more uplifting terpenes we just talked about, like pine and limonene. But if you want those heavier, more sleepy effects from other terpenes in the strain, you just dial up the heat.
Which, of course, brings us to the big showdown. Vaping versus smoking. Vaping gently heats everything, so it preserves all those delicate terpenes and lets you customize the effects. Smoking, on the other hand, well, it's kind of a blunt instrument. It just torches the cannabis, destroying a massive chunk of the terpenes before they can even get to you. Get this, over 800 degrees Celsius. At that temperature, you're not tasting those subtle notes of citrus or pine anymore. You're just tasting smoke. You're losing the very things that shape the whole experience.
Okay, so we've covered inhalation, but what about when you eat it? Let's take all this science out of the vaporizer and bring it straight into the kitchen.
Making edibles that actually work really just boils down to two key steps. First, you gotta decarboxylate, or decarb. It's a fancy word, but it just means gently heating the cannabis to turn on the THC. And second, you need infusion. THC is fat-soluble, which means it needs to latch on to some kind of fat for your body to absorb it.
Yeah, this is so important. Fat is basically the delivery truck, and that's exactly why you see cannabis infused into things like olive oil for a salad dressing, or coconut milk for a Thai curry, or even avocado for some seriously next-level guacamole. These fats help shuttle all those cannabinoids into your system way more effectively. As the cookbook we looked at cheekily puts it, it's all about making your meal a little more elevated. So let's tie all of this together now. We've talked about what terpenes are, how temperature messes with them, and how they work in edibles. So what's the big takeaway here?
It's this amazing idea called the entourage effect. It's the theory that everything in the plant works together as a team. You know, THC might be the star of the show, but the terpenes and other cannabinoids are the essential supporting cast. They tweak and guide the experience, creating something way more complex and nuanced than THC could ever do on its own.
And that leaves us with a final, really fascinating thought. If terpenes are really the ones driving the effects, and they reveal themselves through scent, could your own nose be the best tool you have for picking the perfect strain for you? It's definitely something to think about.
I hope this helps you craft your own ideal experience. Thanks for tuning in.